Welcome to Maslow Tarot. I'm here to do a reading for you for 2024. We're going to get into the different aspects of our experience for 2024 to kind of see what we're in for, what the energy is as of now. Remember, it can always change. Energy is fluid. It can be somebody in your space, whatnot. But we're going to be looking at the general, the emotional / love, and business. And then what we're going to do to start is we're actually going to pull some overarching cards for crystals, animal, and shadow. And then we'll pull some advice at the end. So I'll try to get as many stories as I can in to try to hit all of our bases. Let's just see what comes out. Let's just get to it. You can find all the information about the channel in the description of the channel. The shop, it will be closed for about a month or two as I'm going to be moving. Alright, for 2024, I did bring in my guides, ancestors, guardians, spirit of highest vibration only, please. I don't know if you guys had trouble sleeping last night, but I sure did. Today is Sunday. But a lot of people in my area, or in my circle, had trouble sleeping last night. So I don't know if there's about to be a shift. I know the new moon in Capricorn's coming, so that's something to think about. All right. We've got forgiveness. That is our crystal, pink tourmaline. Tourmaline. I always say it wrong. Pink tourmalines. This is heart space energy. This is really grounding in a space that comes from feeling and not words, not logic, just kind of like feeling your way through things. I'm getting a lot of empathy, a lot of putting yourself in other people's shoes. And we might be tested this year. You know, are we going to let go? Or are we going to relive, to relearn? So we might be tested this year with regards to being able to forgive. And forgiving isn't for the other person, as we know. It's for ourselves, so that we can let go. But I get excited seeing this card because when the universe is on to you and knowing that that's the thing holding you back, this could be the only thing holding you back from freeing yourself and from moving into the next aspect of you and for doing what you were meant to do while you're here. Very interesting. Very cool. All right, collective, let's see. What is the animal for this year, 2024, please? We got a lot. All right, so we've got Cobra. Change is inevitable, but with it comes the chance to shed a burden. Bear. Nurture creativity and return to the sweetness of life. I feel like this is really slow energy. Calculated, collected, protected, transformative. Getting the cuddly super strength of the bear and then the swift, intricate structure of the snake. And then we have the raven. Ooh, if you're a raven, comment below. So we've listened to your intuition to receive a message from this world of spirit. So we could be definitely opening up in regards to that intuition. We could have a sense that we've been ignoring that's going to get even louder this year. If you haven't been tapping in or, you know, clearing your energy or shifting things around, it's probably going to get louder. So this also could mean tower moments. You know, things being taken down so that they can be rebuilt. It's going to be like, I feel like whatever's going to happen this year with regards to your growth is going to be so big. It's going to be in your face that you're going to be unable to ignore it. And this is a chance for the snake. Snake energy is actually transformation. Transformation. A deep transformation. Shedding old skin. You know, the snake that eats its own tail. It just continues and continues. It's a spiral of growth. I feel like this is also protecting of self. So standing in your power and being strong in that you don't have to move beneath the bushes. You could just prowl around like the bear. I don't know what that means, but I heard gaining new feathers. Gaining new feathers. It's very interesting. I don't know where to put this. Just put it there. Okay, and let's get our shadow cards for the year of 2024. I haven't used these yet. They were given to me from a very dear friend, and I love the intuitive nature of them. Definitely technology is going to be big. I'm seeing like the actual snake fighting the bear. Don't resist it. All right, what is going on for 2024 for the collective, for their shadow energy, things that might come up for shadow work? Oh, get a lot. Versatility. Ooh. Versatile. I think you're going to be trying a lot of new things. I think there's going to be a new appreciation for like the weird, right? Whatever the weird is to you. I love the weird, the different, the unique. But I think there's more of a challenge to embrace that part of yourself, especially if it comes with any shame or deep rejection of the self, like something that you had to hide from others when you were little. Something's going to be flourishing. And then we have the underworld. Ooh, this feels very scorpionic. The things that pull you down into your shadow self, the things that we return to probably every year, and we thought we healed it. We thought we, but healing isn't linear. It's not a one and done. It just comes over and over. It's just a different type of healing, right? So with the underworld, it's kind of like you can't change the past. Also, I'm getting ancestral patterns. So we might be learning a little bit more about our past lives or even our ancestral lineage, whether that be just of humanity and just the geographic nature of people, whether that be our direct bloodlines for what builds our bodies, or conscious and spirit. Being aware that you have these inner knowings that generally aren't something you learned in a book. They just resound so strongly in your brain like you've heard it before. And like you're a part of it. Withdraw with the fox. Okay, this one was really quick. So this one I'm getting I heard this before too in a book. So self-love and boundaries are boundaries are a type of self-love. There's going to be a lot going on, a lot asking from us, a lot pointing at us, but we're going to need to figure out the balance between holding space for ourselves and holding space for the 3D. Because the 3D world is going to be asking a lot of us. Do this, do that, do this, do that. Don't forget to worry about this. Sometimes we need to learn how to rest. For the people who are constantly going, there might be a point of time where spirit even makes you rest. Again, the tower moments, right? So it's time to listen to our bodies in a strategic way. The fox is all about strategy, cleverness. It's a little sneaky, right? It's a little sneaky. Sneak some time in for you, right? Ascension. We could have a whole new wave coming in or a whole new level being reached. There could be new lines of thought that you're actually starting to understand that you never really connected with before. Ascension comes with a really cruel awakening, but it also can be our DNA, our vibration. We have to do all the healing so that our vibration can be lighter, our vibration can be higher. And that means looking all the dirt directly in the eye, right? Looking at all the mess and being like, I love this mess. I'm going to work on this mess, and I'm going to realize my own power in doing this. But I feel like we're bound for new worlds, whatever that means. Yeah, we're going to have to start taking more time doing nothing rather than doing, like, some time to recuperate, rest. We're going to get some messages potentially from our ancestry, from the collective other dimensions I'm getting. Versatility. I feel like we're also, like, separating the cords, like cutting the cords of the past. They no longer, like, puppeteer you, you know? Interesting. All right, so take a look at that. We're going to go into the next message. I'm just going to put these up here out of the way. Actually, I'll put these over here too. Okay, so let's see, where should we go next? Let's just go general first. Alright, so general messages for 2024 for the collective overall. Something we can all look forward to, make sure that we understand, something to be ready for. Let the messages come in. Maybe they all won't resonate for you personally, but there's probably tidbits in there that will. I recommend just absorbing, and whatever's meant for you will come up when it's needed for these types of readings. Oof. All right, for 2024. Let's see. Collective. All right, we have the Five of Cups right away popping out. Wariness and disappointment, but looking it in the face. Retrospective. And then we have the World. We have the, oh yeah, that looks like it's beautiful. Got a stag and a lion, an eagle. She's dancing in the world. Like a fish. Tiger. All right. Getting a lot of isolation vibes. We're doing things alone. More alone than ever, but not in a sad way. Not in a sad way. I think there's going to be a lot more people taking time to disconnect and have their secrets, right? Because I think people are getting tired of posting everything on social media and ready to live their life for themselves and their own memories. But to get there, I think there's been a lot of trauma. So let's see where we are. All right, so we have Five of Cups, disappointment, the World, could be potential travel. Could be in terms of a yearly read, this could actually be disappointment in world events. So kind of a letdown, but it's a molehill. You know, it's not a mountain, it's a molehill. So we could be hopeful, right? There might be some reckless action in our energy, or reckless words, reckless things being said. And it's disappointing, but it seems to be a part of it, a worldly shift, like something that's happening with wanting to be right. Look at this. So Knight of Swords in reverse with the King of Swords in reverse. That's some nasty energy, right? That's some, I'm going to cut you before I hear you. I'm going to cut you before I even get your side of the story. And I'm going to make you realize how, like, I'm gonna bring in the facts and the figures. There might be some truth coming out that isn't very good. But with the world, it might actually make a large group of people come together, right? We might actually be coming together as a worldly force, not just isolated beings, but in our isolation, we're in observation of the world. So it's solidifying, hey, am I going with the train, or am I following the group of people, or am I actually, doing this because it's me? And I think that's the most important thing, because if we all took a moment to, like, sit down and look at our surrounding and observe how people are speaking, how they're feeling, how they're projecting, we just kind of take a look. It gives you a moment to look at yourself and kind of take a step back and withdraw, but in a way where we're like, okay, I'm choosing to take a deep breath right now, and I'll come back to that later. So not necessarily having to react right away, but there's going to be a lot of pressure to be swift, right? It's going to be enticing. It's going to be the easier way to get through things. The easier way is usually not the right way, because we're doing things without really fully thinking about them. The Knight of Swords in reverse, the cart's before the horse. They don't even realize how screwed they are yet, but they're still in the moment of impulsivity in thought, in words, in choices. And this affects people greatly. King of Swords, it's a negative, ice-cold mentality of, I'm right, you're wrong. That means you're less than me. And that is not, I think we're getting away from that. Or I think a lot of people are being tested. Are you going to join this sector of thought? Does it make sense to you? Then that is fine, go there. But a lot of you are going to choose to really observe, right? Being in your own world while observing everything around you and integrating. So a part of ascension is integration. So while we ascend our vibration and we are in observation, we actually end up integrating everything. It's like, and there's like been studies on this, on people, on like judges and how they need time to kind of reflect and do literally nothing, not think about the problem, and everything integrates, and they're able to be more confident in a decision. They're able to understand something on a deeper, different level. It's not mapping it all out on a chart. It's not putting it on a whiteboard and understanding the logic of it, but this is about who we are in this world. So there's going to be a lot of reflection with how we want to ascend, because you can ascend in many different directions. There's so many different levels. There's so many different ways. There's no right or wrong. Everyone has their own path. But the tarot here is just letting us know there's something happening that's really quick. It might be risky because it is not thinking clearly. It's just impulsive. And on top of that, it's attached to this King of Swords energy in reverse, which is more bitter, which is cold. It's alone. It's not emotional. Sometimes we have to be that way. But this will be loud when it does happen, and it'll be a test for you, an opportunity for you to do something different, do something the same, kind of just play and see how it goes. Like, the universe is here for us to create with. So you have the choice. I think the first step is awareness. And then once you're more aware and you just kind of flow, then you get to become more in control and making your own decisions. The truth will come out. There's going to be a huge truth revealed. It might be in the middle of the night. A mask will fall. So it might be in the middle of the night. It's been protected for a while, but it might actually come through attached to all this. It's like somehow attached to this Knight of Swords and King of Swords. That's why I like the observation and the ability to just kind of watch, because the truth reveals itself eventually. Whatever that truth is, everyone has their own truth. The collective has their truth. But something's going to be revealed from this. In observation, we get to see things from many different angles. Instead of the way it makes us feel, we can actually look at it, you know. So something's going to be understood in a new light. And I feel like it's a crowning. It's an honor. It's going to be an honor. You're just going to see the light. It's going to be grounding. It's going to probably be a little bit divisive in your own small circle, but it's going to be strong to you. It might be something you hear on a podcast or yeah. So, Eight of Wands in reverse. More slow energy, right? Slow down energy. The quick, swift action is being blocked. But if you look at this card upright, the Eight of Wands in this deck, she's not looking at those. It's all coming at her. And there's that raven again. What is the raven's message? It is listen to your intuition to receive a message from the world of spirit. The world of spirit. And then we have Ascension, withdraw, underworld, versatility. Can we be versatile? Can we say, hey, I'm changing my mind? We don't have to go with the expectations of the energy that is around us. We can take time to withdraw, reflect, and then make our moves. There's something that needs to be revealed, right? The sun is in reverse. So that could either mean blocked energy. Like, this reminds me a little bit of taking a time out to feel sad, right? Taking a time out to feel sad. It's like somebody over here made a really bad decision or affected a lot of people, and then it turns out to be some sort of reflection point for everybody to be like, whoa, okay, that went too far. So it's going to cause people to see the truth in a new light, make their decisions in a new way. The quick energy might actually end up taking a break for a minute because we need to feel this for a second. And it's almost like the sun looking down on us with not necessarily disappointment, which that's our first card, but more of a, see? There's happiness everywhere we look, but there's also destruction. But no matter how much something is destroyed, regrowth will always happen. So right now, it is temporary. And I think that's a big reminder. We might have moments of deep sadness and isolation with regard to this truth and this understanding of the world around us, but we have to remember it's temporary, right? We're doing this for a reason. It's not just to make us sad, it's for a reason. Wow, that's deep, collective. Jeez, what are you guys up to? We'll take it to a less deep space for like the love reading and maybe business. But this is just an overall general energy. Eight of Pentacles doing the work. We might be outside more. Paying attention to the details. Are you proud of what you do, right? I can see that she's hanging these pentacles that she's cured one by one, right? One by one, she's created these pentacles with intricate designs, and she's comparing each of them to each other, and she has them on the wall. But she's just admiring them. Do they all look the same, or are they all somehow different? Or are they all memories of the journey it took to make it a finished project? There's something brewing here with this Eight of Pentacles. A call to create something, to pay attention to those details and put yourself into it, to make sure that you're spending your time wisely. Some of us are going to be called out for our lack of motivation, our rejection of the leadership potential, right? Yeah, we're going to be called to stand up and do what we, follow, do what we say we care about. You care about this, go provide an action to make that better. Or are we just sitting here throwing wands everywhere and just kind of say that this, like, holding on to a truth so hard that we're unable to actually do anything about it? But here, paying attention to those details, intricately following a design, learning from past mistakes, and creating a new project over and over again with the same goal in mind. So we have the Queen of Wands here in reverse. The Queen of Wands is jealous, angry, or she's just plain tired. Upright, she's fully in her power. We can learn from the fire signs this year, the fire signs and the air signs. It's an expectation of withholding energy. So she's waiting to commit. She's waiting to stand up and put her energy into something beautiful. She has her example right here. She's done it before. But is the time right? Is it for the right reasons? There's something here calling us to reflect on the reason why we do things and what we're willing to do. It's kind of like a put your money where your mouth is type of... I've been seeing that statement everywhere come up, and I know it's an old ass saying, but it's been coming up for a while. And something that keeps popping out to me in these cards is the vast empty lands for some reason. Like how things are just kind of... like the playing field is leveled, if that makes any sense. I think there's going to be an up and coming with art. Art is going to take a new direction. This could be with like technology. Technology is huge. Age of Aquarius. I mean, come on. AI is everywhere. It's time to embrace it. Make it our own. Interesting. Very cool. All right, let's see what we got coming in the romance department. Actually, you know what? Yeah, let's do romance. What can we learn from love in 2024? What are some major lessons? What are some major things to keep on our mind as we go through this journey to 2025? So interesting. 2024 is 8 of Pentacles. 8 is hard work. 8 is foundation, or building upon the foundation and putting it into action, one step at a time. All right, for 2024 collective, what does love look like? What can we learn from love for 2024? And I don't know what it is, but I'm feeling really calm these days. So we have 7 of Wands in reverse. I love that rabbit. It's like, oh man. I'm getting flooded with like an image of, have you ever been surrounded by people that are very interested in a subject, but they've just discovered that subject? And then you're somebody who actually have read like 5 books on the subject. You've tried this, you've tried that, you know what works, you know what doesn't. You're actually pretty schooled in it. But the people around you are just so into it, and they think they just are talking about it like you've never heard of it before, making that assumption, right? Generally, somebody who is unhealed in their ego or has an ego death upon them, if you will probably in that situation be like, oh yeah, I've read like 5 books on that, I know about this, I know about that, I know about this, instead of coming together with the other students. Instead of pulling rank, they're more of like, yeah, it's so interesting, what do you think about the blah 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 blah. It's not about what you've done, it's about putting it into action. Can you talk about it, right? Can you talk about it? Can you create your own original ideas from something that you've already studied, instead of pointing out, hey, I've studied that for 10 years. No, it's about actually not defending who you are. You already know it. Nobody needs to be told, I'm smart. I'm a good person. I'm this. No, show it in your conversation skills. Show it in your curiosity to understand the new mind that just experienced what you've been learning for 10 years. To get that perspective, it's all about observation. Observation this year. And making different choices with regards to our ego. So this might be somebody who makes you, reinvigorates you. So there might be a new love or a new romance solidified in your interests, right? So your interest could be a big factor of where you find love. First within yourself, to where you don't feel like you have to defend it in every room that you walk into. And then there's Queen of Cups in reverse here. So it could be a learning curve. There could be a learning curve with regards to how you show up loving yourself to loving others. It could be like, okay, I'm growing away from finding my value in what others say about me or say to me or of me. So I'm going to teeter on this like emotional back and forth. Like you could be 1 minute super confident and the other minute, or super confident, super loving, nurturing, all that. And then the next minute you're like, wait, I feel crazy. Like I'm feeling a little crazy. And that's just the growth. That's the growth curve. That's the growth curve of moving away from something. You are now in awareness that something is changing and it's uncomfortable. Changing the way we love changes the way we receive love and how it shows up in our world. It's almost like getting rid of this block to deserving love. And that's something that I'm excited about because I could definitely be better at that. High Priestess. Definitely intuition coming through. Water signs could be getting very, very connected. Honoring that, honoring the intuition for people who are connected to their intuition. It doesn't have to be feminines. Ring of fiery protection. Protect yourself, and it's gonna make you feel a little crazy. So this new wave coming in of the Ascension brings everybody's just kind of like shifting, right? And there's no linear path to Ascension, so it's like you could run into people where it's like, oh yeah, I get that, don't worry, you're fine, like you're good, I get it, you're not crazy. Finding your people. We could also be feeling before we're seeing. If we're connecting with our intuition this year with regards to love, we could actually be able to test it a little more this year if we've been trying to understand the people and the connections that we're making and trusting the vibes that we get from other people. This could be where we start. Is this my emotion or is this somebody else's? So there could be a lot of empaths coming into their power as far as taking that empath ability into a more controlled state, to an intuitive, maybe even psychic revelation. But it all comes from a healthy sense of self, a healthy sense of love of the self, and honor for the different paths. As long as judgment, fear, or anything like that is there, it's going to block the intuition. So we have to get over this. Very interesting. But what does love look like for 2024? It looks like you're going to win something. You're going to be showered with affection, or you're going to be somebody's going to show you a really beautiful thing about yourself that you never really noticed. King of Cups in reverse. Interesting. So this could very well be a lot of separations of individuals who just don't align. Let's see. So we got the feminine and the masculine here with the cups energy. So this is giving emotions or doing something with emotions, presenting emotions, holding emotions. And then there's the other one is nurturing emotions, right? Giving to receive. Or giving to receive backwards. There's going to be a swap. It feels like a swap. The long-held paradigm of feminine and masculine could be challenged. And it doesn't have to be something that's like bad or anything. It's just like we need to realize we are of everything. You are me, I am you. We are not meant to focus so much on one part of it. And it's not even a logical thing, right? It can be just, I feel you. I feel it. Connecting more with how you feel when somebody's speaking to you. Very interesting. So we're going to be aligning with our emotional mentalities this year. Probably taking a step down from being defensive or even feeling the need to defend yourself, even if it's worth it, even if it's worthy, even if it's somebody who's just nasty and vile, being mean. Like, there's power in not playing the game. And I think that we're going to see that here and realize which emotions are ours, which emotions are being pulled from us from other people. It's hard, man. I look forward to that, though. Connecting with a compassionate space. Giving and forgiveness, right? Remember this? This was our overarching crystal for the year. Pink tourmaline, which is also a protection stone. Protecting from negative energy. But in order to protect it, you have to forgive. Because the negative energy we have is also a thing. We can't walk around thinking that I'm not negative. No, we all have negativity. It's just a part of the whole momentum of movement. There's a push and a pull. It doesn't matter. We can be mad at it all we want, but realizing what we should forgive, right? Empathy. Understanding that people do change. And it doesn't matter. Wish them well. Let it go. Let it go. Or if you feel empowered, do something about it, right? Queen of Wands in reverse. Right? Don't be sitting there brooding and angry, but do something about it. Like, go change the world. Go start seminars. Go write a book. Go, volunteer at Boys and Girls Club to shape young minds. Like, there's a lot we can do and to transmutate the integrations, you know what I mean? So to transmute the experiences and the learnings into change and momentum in our world. Again, this is an annual reading, so this isn't going to be like he said, she said. This is all about us. This is our year. This isn't what's going to happen to me. No, this is what am I going to do? What am I going to be presented with? What opportunities are there for me to make movement? And that is where we should be focused. At least sometimes, it doesn't always have to be work, right? That's all we got for that. Bottom of the deck, we have 6 of coins, so past energy, 6 of coins in reverse. There's an imbalance, 3 of wands. Oh, the crones. I'm getting the strong crone energy. So our elders have something to say. We need to respect them, and we need to learn from them. I'm not saying repeat what they do. I'm just saying have a conversation. Respect their experience, because there is always something to learn. And why not learn it from somebody who is already in your circle, right? They're in your circle. If you go to the grocery store, the people around you are in your circle, because that is how, depending on what you believe in, your vibration reincarnated or has pulled you to the exact spot you're in at that time. The people around you, that is where you are meant to be, and you have to trust that. This is very interesting. The 3 of wands, seeing those ships come in, but this is a very interesting energy of, I told you, but you wanted to test it out. It's kind of like the kid who touched the stove. We get so excited that the stove can get hot and that we know it's hot that we want to touch it. Anyway, I'm going to stop with the metaphors. I'm going to let that go for now. But an imbalance is going to be redirected. It's going to be changed. We're going to be changing the balance of how we look at the future. We've been lied to thinking that thinking that things happen to us and that things are out of our reach. I mean, it's 1 + 1 = 2 usually. It's pretty, and it takes hard work. I'm not saying it's easy, but if you take steps in that any direction, no matter how slow or small, you will get somewhere. And it's exactly where you're meant to be, because if you follow your heart, you follow your being, you follow your vibration, and you observe and you take all these things that you're learning and you become you, you will be exactly where you need to be in the end. And you will have a mountain of things to teach other people. So if you have been through these journeys, start sharing your voice at the very least. Start a YouTube channel, Connect with people. Don't hide. All right, let's get into the 3D. We're going to talk about work, baby. We're going to talk about finances. We're going to talk about career. We're going to talk about material items. We're going to talk about success, failure, machines and systems, technology. Ooh, boy. Look at this popped out. We got the 8 of coins again. Oof, right as I said, technology. There's going to be a lot of people potentially getting into technology. I know I am. I want to know how these things work. They were introduced to our generation for a reason. We're meant to do something with it, or else we fall to a different area. And I want to be a part of it. That's just my opinion. That's just my draw. But I feel like a lot of people are going to be pulled to take more action to be a part of this technology that is coming to fruition in the business environment, because look at what happens if we don't, right? There's already a top 1 or 2% that's making all the money or whatever, because they cracked the business sense, they cracked the code, they figured out how to create old money, how to utilize their resources in a way where they have to do less work than probably anybody in the 98% do. But that's because they built it. So here we are at a starting point for technology. AI is coming to the force. We're a little bit behind because AI and technology, Bitcoin has been around for like 10 years. And that was the start of something that is coming as far as like Web3. They're already talking about a whole new internet. The internet is literally being rebuilt as we speak. And if we want to be a part of that, to put our own little shine on there, or just to understand the inner workings of it so that we can integrate it for our next generation, then that's what we need to do. But I'm definitely taking more time to understand how things work, right? Figuring out what piece of it is yours. What is your niche? What is your calling, Prince of Wands in reverse, the journalist. All right. Oh my gosh. All right, so that's something we have to talk about too. So the time versus the reward. What is the reward? What is success? So with Prince of Wands in reverse, we've got the Knight of Wands in reverse, essentially. Or it's more of a page, but someone's telling you what to do. Someone's motivating you in this picture. Does doing the work motivate you? Why not? I'm getting something with the United States here. There could be a huge field of the government that could be opening with jobs. Be careful of propaganda. Propaganda has been, since politics started, but it's going to get personal is what it feels like. It's going to start feeling really personal, and we have to take ourselves seriously with regards to how they react as far as who we are, not generally just how we feel. So we have the Chariot in reverse. Something is going to have trouble getting started and moving forward. So we're going to have trouble with momentum and energy for doing the work and finding the details in the physical aspect of life. So we're going to be less focused on probably making money. You know, transportation is what I'm getting, something with that. A huge win I'm getting is a loss. So there could be something that's really imbalanced. Something has become imbalanced. So with the chariot is in reverse because one of the wheels is broken, right? And the chariot card is all about duality. The empress is the one driving the chariot. The emperor or the empress is the one who is ruling the land, making sure that everything is peaceful, making sure that everybody has enough food, making sure that everything is balanced, right? And then with the balanced horses that are directing the chariot, it's a matter of the duality, the left and the right, the dark and the light. It's imbalance. There's a shift. There's something wrong. And this is going to be when we start taking a closer look. We're going to be taking a closer look, and I think we're going to realize something is wrong. And that could be our driving force for making a difference. There's a reason why we're being apathetic. And I'm talking to the people who are not doing anything. So, what are you willing to fight for? What are we fighting for? Right? There might be a lot of, what do they call it now? Canceling of people. But it's very wrong. There's an imbalance. There's again, impulsivity with the King of Swords and the Knight of Swords. But overall, there's opportunities. We'll learn from the failure. With failure, 7 of Coins in reverse. We haven't got too deep in it yet, right? We haven't got too deep in it yet. We have the 7 of Coins in reverse. So we're building up a stockpile of experience, of value. And we've invested in something as far as we can. This tactic isn't working. So what do we need to do? And that could be just for yourself. The way you look for work, the way you think about yourself at work. Why are we always thinking we can never be the boss? We can be the boss. It's all about trying. It's all about believing in yourself. Who told you you can't be the boss? The people that you aren't willing to even fight for, I bet. So Queen of Discs. There could be more women in leadership, more feminines in leadership, or there could be somebody coming to power that has, or you could be working for a female. People are going to stop being bored. 8s. So many 8s. Indolence, right? 8 of Cups. It's in reverse, though. We're not quite ready to go into the unknown. But in order to go into the unknown, we need to resonate with who's leading us. Do we actually resonate with that person? We need to make our choices wisely. After looking at things a lot closer, but looking at something as if it's a mirror. Is it a good idea or is it good work? What are they doing? Do they have nice words or do they have the actions that fulfill it? Who do you want to work for? Who do you want to believe in? It's okay to say, I don't know. It's all right. Interesting. All right, let's get some. I love these little cards. Okay, so these are angel messages, but it's like a child's deck. But honestly, it's so simple and so sweet. Sometimes I think we just need to remember, like, our inner child is kind of the root of everything. I think that's my opinion. But let's see what advice we have from Spirit. As if we are children. Sleep and rest. Things are going to get wild. What else do we have? We have withdrawal over here. Forgiveness, ascension. It's time to rest. Take a break. Trust your feelings. Well, you are a wonderful person. Make new friends. Have faith in miracles. Yeah. Faith is what gets people up in the morning. Faith is what gets people out of their bed and into the hope of action. Art. I knew it. Artwork was going to be pretty big this year. Something about it. Could be music. Music's going to have a change. Or a lot of the collective here is putting their work into music. All right. Who do you enjoy being with? I love the rubber ducky. My dog has a duck that he brings into the bed every night when he's sleepy. Like when we're not ready to go to bed yet and he's tired, he will bring the duck to the bed and just, it's like his sign of like, I've been ready. Homework. It's already been written. It's already been done. You will be drawn to where you belong. Whom do you enjoy being with? Where do you belong? Follow your heart. Observe. Rest in your laurels and integrate and then come back. We're all doing homework. We all got work to do. Definitely feeling the call. Very interesting. Well, I gotta say, this has been a wonderful reading and very interesting. If you've held on with me to the end of this awesome reading, I hope you enjoyed it as well. Please like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. And I hope you have a wonderful 2024. Stay tuned for some of the signs. And thank you so much for your support.